to the top, never going down, don't wait for the drop. Never stand still, that's the motto. Yeah, brand new bands for the auto. Oh, foot to the ground, full throttle. Big energy for the night like lotto. Damn, y'all talk lots, never this quiet. Life like a Seinfeld plot. Vault full of songs, all of them bombs. Something like a minefield guy. Boom. Get it, tickets running out quick. Bet it, never get it out.
Folks, welcome back to It's a Bit, presented by 10,000 Takes. Bossman, joined by Wags, guest producer Josie, and journalist Jake. We'll start off with the obvious. Jake, at least it wasn't Zach Wilson.
No comment. I told you guys in a text.
Okay, but you said
I'm exhausted.
You said you're exhausted from talking about it and you don't want to talk about it, and then you went off in a group chat.
Yeah, that's my point.
That we used for a vacation 2 years ago.
That's my point. Is I literally go on a rant, and then by the end of it, I'm like, "What the fuck did I just do? This is just. I'm just so stressed out. It's so stupid, and I just need to relax and calm down." And I have my opinions on it, and I think I have a very minority opinion on everything that's happening. And we should have just re-signed Case Keenum, honestly. Go back to 2017, go to pre-Kirk. We had Minneapolis Miracle, Case Keenum, and that's it.
See, in the grand scheme of things, that's not even a terrible take considering we never made it past that with Kirk Cousins.
Exactly. So, I mean, might as well just go back to where it was pre-Kirk. Honestly, I mean, Case Keenum's still in the league, right?
He's available.
He's available.
He was the backup
with Texans.
He was the backup for the Texans. He got that big win against Tennessee.
Where's Sam Bradford's ACL situation? His ACL's got to be healed by now. I mean, we started 5-0 with him in 2016, but then went 7-9 or whatever like that. But
well, I mean, weren't you at least you were surprised to see that the Falcons offered 4 years? Were you not at least surprised to see it was a 4-year deal
at that amount of money?
45 per year,
I think,
4 years.
36. They obviously see that value in Kirk.
Well, no, I'm not saying obviously if they see it, they paid it, they believe he's worth it. I'm just saying a 36-year-old coming off an Achilles tear, a 4-year deal is really, really risky. And on top of that, after the 4 years are up, you're still going to need another quarterback. So why not? If you're the Vikings, you might as well just pull the Band-Aid off and just start anew and try to get your franchise guy.
Yeah, but anybody can do that at this point then. Anybody could, if they're in a stuck in that mediocre spot with still a good quarterback, anybody could just say we're done with the quarterback and just get rid of them.
Who's Atlanta's quarterback before?
It was Desmond Ritter.
Who according to Wyatt World is ass.
Wyatt World.
Hasn't been very good.
No. Well, I mean, 1 year in the league. What do you know about 1 year in the league? I mean, Brady wasn't good 1 year in the league.
Was that Ritter's only year in the league?
To my knowledge, yes. I believe that was his
because he sucked, and then Heineke came in.
So who better to learn from than Kirk for 4 years?
Yeah, because the Vikings played Heineke, right, when we played him last year?
Yes. And Dobbs. Yeah, I think
that was the Dobbs game. Yeah.
We could have just kept Dobbs. People are
I would have kept Dobbs over Darnold.
I mean, we still have Mullins for
100%. I'm like dead serious too.
Right now.
Well, I mean, Darnold definitely fits the mold of the Vikings offense better than Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs is definitely not a pocket passer. His best plays came when he was outside the pocket and scrambling,
and when he didn't know the playbook.
Yeah, and when he didn't know that. For some reason, it was the other team's kryptonite when Dobbs didn't know the playbook.
I just realized, Josie, do you want to turn on these wall lights? It's fucking dark in here.
Wait, fucking turn them
on. That's right. We got the wall lights.
There's little white buttons connected to the lights. There you go. There's that one, and the other one you can turn on with your foot.
Oh yeah, on that one over there. That feels so much.
At least we brought back. We got Blake Cashman back in the land of 10,000 lakes.
Yeah, go for guy.
It's on the
left side.
See, it's this wall right here. Just follow the strand, and you'll find the control box. It's like a treasure.
Cashman.
There we go.
Blake Cashman.
We got Cashman. Yeah, I know he got drafted by the Jets, went to the Texans, and he's a solid pickup. And then we got that Greenherd, what's his name?
Grenard. Something like that.
Yeah, the defense looks good.
Honestly, besides the Kirk situation, which everyone knows Kirk Cousins is better than Sam Darnold, right? Everything besides that, I mean, I think Kwesi's been killing it. It's been awesome. I mean, Blake Cashman, he led his team in tackles, which is awesome. And then Grenard he led his team in sacks. Actually, they both played for Texans, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so look at that. So
very
team chemistry.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, these are players that Brian Flores wants in his defense and are going to be fucking flying all over the field for him. I'm excited to see the defense, and I think I honestly think that they can win games defensively this year. In fact, they're going to have to win games defensively.
Aaron Jones was crazy. That one, waking up to that one this morning was nuts. I tweeted the fact that the Vikings now have Sam Darnold and Aaron Jones is just I feel like you'd be on crack if you said that a year ago. Those two.
I'm happy with Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones.
And the hilarious thing is, like, both signings kind of happened when everyone was sleeping. Darnold happened late at
yeah,
night.
1 a.m. was a
Jones-
perfect time to announce that your team just signed Sam Darnold.
Yep, and hey, and even if even if Aaron Jones fucking sucks for us and has 0 touchdowns like Madison, I think it was worth every penny we gave him to see the Green Bay fans' reactions on Twitter today. That was absolutely hilarious. I mean, people were like, really, like, you're going to take only $1 million more to go to Minnesota? That's ridiculous. Dude, do you know how much money $1 million is?
Yeah.
It's not nothing. Like, $1 million is life-changing. So,
That was
yeah.
out of
economy.
That was out of
Yeah.
spite. My buddy Bob, a renowned Packer fan, says, I will admit my dislike for the Vikings has gone significantly down just because you have my boyfriend Aaron Jones now. I won't be talking as much shit this year, that's for sure. Which,
Well, no, because they know we don't have a quarterback to beat them. We're thick, so they know they're gonna kick our ass every time
until
we
we
beat 'em.
draft
Or
Michael
not.
Penix
Well,
Jr.
in 4 years, sure.
Oh,
Jake, you're being awfully negative right now, and
I'm being realistic. I feel like.
okay.
That's just how it is. This is the Vikings. I mean, I think what people are doing, and it's great, they're trying to find the positive in it. Yeah, there's some positive. We signed Blake Cashman. So we were building up the defense. He signed Aaron Jones. But I think people are trying to pry so much positivity to just be optimistic about next year, which is great. We're all fans. We want to have fun. We want to see them. We want to watch them and still find positivity in it. But unfortunately, we can't simulate the next 3 seasons like it's a Madden game. And I think we're just trying really hard to be like, okay, here's the positive outlook. And people are trying to say, here's the positive thing on Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold. A month ago, everybody was like, no. And now we're like, you know what? It's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not.
I did see one of the insiders today tweet out, like, the media and fan perspective is that Sam Darnold is ass. However, among a lot of NFL GMs, a lot of them believe that there is a potential there, and he's never had a chance to play on a good team. I mean, he's never had. Don't get me wrong, it's Sam Darnold. I'm not pretending like he's going to take over the world next year. He's never had a fucking offense with Justin Jefferson, T.J. Hawkinson, Jordan Addison, and now Aaron Jones. If you can just get someone fucking semi-competent to be quarterback,
but the thing
they
is,
could be good.
that I totally agree. But there were like 10 other options at quarterback. And I'm like, if we get him, I'll be like, oh wait, we can compete. Like Gardner Minshew, Jacoby Brissett, even trading for maybe a Trey Lance.
Minshew got paid, by the way. We would not have wanted to do that deal.
We're saving $180 million. I don't care if we paid $24 million, how much he got paid. That would have been great. Jimmy Garoppolo even. Trade for him. Trade for Justin Fields. You have plenty of options there. Ryan Tannehill. I would have been like all for a Ryan Tannehill if we would have signed. I don't know. He's an experienced starter that's made an AFC Championship game that has won some decent games.
What about would you have been more excited?
And I would have been like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Sam Darnold?
What about like Joe Flacco? Would you rather have Flacco?
100%. The guy's made a Super Bowl. He's had way more experience. He's won bigger games than Sam Darnold. He's been in those situations. I think you put an experienced guy with the weapons we have. If it can work for Sam Darnold, then it can work for a Joe Flacco tenfold.
But again,
what are we doing?
Like, Jake, all these quarterbacks you mentioned, for the most part, are like high 30s.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean,
if we're looking for a bridge quarterback, that's exactly who we need. Sam Darnold is a backup quarterback, not a bridge quarterback.
Someone DM'd us today on Twitter, and they said Sam Darnold was a number 3 overall pick for a reason.
Yeah.
And Seth and Josh Rosen was a number 1 overall pick. Jiminy cripes.
It's gonna be a great reminder when we trade up and then we draft a bust.
So
we're gonna have 2 of them.
At this point, I said if we sign Sam Darnold, just play the rookie, start him. Whoever we get, start him on the season. I don't care, because the point of having a bridge quarterback was having an experienced guy like a Joe Flacco or somebody that could be a great mentor.
That's actually what the Colts did. They started Anthony Richardson right out of the gate, and that's
what I would do.
That was not the original plan. It was actually to start Minshew last year, and then they said, "Fuck it, like." What do we have to lose? He looked great in the first few weeks that he played.
That's what I would do with the Vikings at this point. And people keep saying that, well, Sam Darnold's not here to start them. Why the fuck did we sign him? Like, if we know the outcome, don't sign him. I'd rather have Mullins on the bench behind the rookie and just start the rookie. Save that $10 million. That's where I'm at with it. But the thing is, I think they are going to start him. That's the thing. And people are like, they're not going to start. Well, they're going to start him. Of course they are. So
I mean, as of right now, yeah, he's the only guy you really can start. I see a lot of people saying, like, a lot of people think that he's this year's Baker Mayfield.
No.
The big issue with that is that Baker Mayfield had a few years where he actually looked, pretty good.
He's Baker Mayfield.
He went to the playoffs.
He's actually a good quarter. He actually had some great years with Cleveland, and he made his teams in Cleveland out of like he had some bad teams in Cleveland, and he did some great stuff. Like,
remember when OBJ's dad cut up the highlight reel of seeing OBJ?
Yeah, I think and so I see all these comparisons of like Sam Darnold to like other quarterbacks. I'm like, you're comparing him to quarterbacks that I think just have had more experience and have been starters for a longer time and actually have proven in won games. Like, I don't know. I don't see it with Sam Darnold. Like I still remember watching his first game against the Lions in Detroit, and his first throw from scrimmage was an interception. And I'm like, oh no, this is going to be another bust guy. And it turns out it was, and now here he is. And, I want to be proven wrong. I would love, I don't want to see Sam Darnold suck. I don't want to see us go 0-17. If Sam Darnold goes out there and we start 6-0, I'm like, oh fuck, okay, wow, I was very wrong. Like, this is weird. But I'm really worried that it's going to be like the 2016 Vikings, and we're going to start out 5-0, like we did with Bradford, and we're going to be all excited and then finish the season 6-11. That's what I'm worried about. Like, we're going to start way too good for the situation we are in and then just finish the season like shit. Mm-hmm.
Well, my last thing I have on Darnold is they gave him $10 million. It's not like they gave him like $2 million to be the backup. They did pay him to start this year. It's only a 1-year deal. They did pay him. I think they're hoping best case scenario he just fucking turns the ball over less than Nick Mullins so we can get some W's out of it.
That's where
this means they have to draft a quarterback. That means they
have to.
And they have to hit on a quarterback because if they don't, I mean,
Quezzy's gone.
This is a Quezzy legacy draft.
Yeah.
I mean, well, he doesn't do that. If he doesn't hit on this, he's fucked.
He went all in by, I think from what we have heard, allegedly they only gave Kirk a 1-year offer, and that means he's pretty much saying, I don't want you back. Because I know you're not going to take a 1-year offer. I want to go in my quarterback, which is fine. That's his vision for the team and everything. I understand it. But I just, with the history and sample size of the Vikings drafting quarterbacks, they better do their fucking homework. And I know it's really hard to draft a guy and just know 100% he's going to fit into the NFL. But just make sure you do your homework and do not let a guy become a Christian Ponder.
They're going to draft J.J. McCarthy.
Dude,
Christian Ponder.
Yeah. But I just have a feeling this draft is the best quarterback out of this draft come 5 years down the road is going to be in the 4th or 5th round.
Bo Nix.
Oh, God, no.
Nix. I see a lot of people.
10K bets guys are high on Bo.
Why?
I remember
but what does that mean?
The
the 10K bet guys are high.
Mike Brown was told that I had a random person come up to me and tell me that who runs a 10K bets account? Those picks are ass. I had someone say that direct. Someone I'd never met before. So
I don't know.
Do not use them as a credible source.
No, Bo
Damn
Nix.
it.
I don't know.
Do you see at the combine, he was trying to throw as hard as he could and how wobbly every single
no.
throw was when he was trying to go as hard as he can?
No, he just looks like a guy that's going to be,
we
Josh McCown.
We were talking last week about the combine hallway throws.
Oh, yeah.
J.J. McCarthy had the most elite one.
J.J. McCarthy.
The hallway throw.
Oh, yeah. People were, debating.
Is the hallway
Viking.
Is the hallway throw for, when you're warming up to actually go throw, or is it a fuck around thing?
I think it's just in their free time, so they're fucking around and trying to keep the arm warm during the weekend. That has to be what it is. No other purpose.
And then someone's there to film it, and then people take it seriously.
They're doing a bit, and then and people were judging who they wanted to be quarterback off a hallway throw. Although some were impressive, but it's okay, well, they're not having 300-pound guys run after them on a field.
Let's see Sam Darnold's hallway throw before we put out any more takes like we have today.
I'm waiting for it. Someone needs to get that. If
I have a hallway in my apartment.
We'll get Sam
He's
Darnold.
Probably looking for friends in Minnesota. There's not a lot of people who like him here.
Let's get Sam Darnold on the pod, boys.
Let's make sure he doesn't go to a nightclub and get mono. Remember that whole bit in New York?
Or the funniest thing. The funniest thing was when he was 21 years old, a rookie for the Jets, and was making out with some chick after they got a win, and it was Sam Darnold seen drunk and making out with a girl at a club, and it's breaking. 21-year-old does 21-year-old stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, he was starting quarterback of a New York sports team. Of course he's going to be out making out with girls.
Look at what that program has done to now 2 quarterbacks in the last few years. You cannot be a rookie and start for the Jets. That is asking for trouble.
You can't even be a veteran and start for the Jets. You're going to tear your Achilles.
Yeah, that's a cursed program right there.
Or have a butt fumble or something like that.
Yeah.
Like Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything else you guys want to talk about there?
No, not really. I mean, the defensive signings, I think, were right on the money. I think will be a great defense. It's kind of all about one position, and that's the quarterback position.
Yeah, I'm
Unfortunately,
excited
the
to
most
lose
important.
games 10-0.
Well, here's the thing, though. You can tell with their signings, they're trying to still be competitive.
No,
They're
I
not-
know they
they're
are,
not
for
going
sure.
out there to lose games. They are trying. Like, if
It
you
just
squint,
sucks.
Jake, if you squint, can you at least kind of see the vision that they're going for?
Well, yeah, they want a rookie quarterback that's going to come in and do everything. That's the problem is they're missing quarterback right now. You had it. You had him, and you lost it. You have the defense. They started it last year. The defense was pretty solid last year for the first part of the year, and then they lost injuries, killed them. But the spirit was gone because Kirk was injured. I don't know if they would have necessarily signed all the guys they got now with if they had Kirk, but I still think they would have had a couple additions built onto it. The O-line was getting that much better. It was just the system was finally clicking for Kirk Cousins after year 6, year 7. We finally have a pro Kirk kind of coach. Mike Zimmer was ass for him, and we get rid of him. That's why I'm upset. Is it was finally aligning.
I'll always remember how
And-
happy I was when we were in Lambeau and Kirk hit Jordan Addison to take the lead.
beautiful throw.
24-3, and I remember this turn into you and Zuch,
Yeah.
and I was like,
MVP.
This team can go on a run. We can do this.
And we were on a run.
Yeah.
It was like a perfect throw. I know what throw. It was like over 2 guys. It was that
It was
perfect
right over
caress.
Yair Alexander.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was just perfect throw. And I'm like, wow, there's no way we let this guy go next year. And here we are.
Or Buffalo. We were there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
was
one of the
a-
greatest
It was
games
starting
ever
to
played.
form. This would be what
That's
KOC's. This could be KOC's 3rd year.
3rd year.
Yeah, I think it was the stars were aligning for Kirk, and
I just think the injury happened at the worst possible
Yeah.
time. It'll be one of those things where you look back in history, kind of like other famous Justin Marneau getting hurt,
Yeah.
Joe Mauer getting hurt. Kind of just looking back at these things, saying, "What
Well,
if?" It'll
and
always be one of
The
those
entire
what ifs.
Wild top 6 before the playoffs.
yeah, always getting injured every year. It's I think the Vikings definitely would have. I mean, we don't have a glass ball or anything. I think they definitely would have made the playoffs, but
Carl Anthony Towns in the
Yeah.
2023-24 season. We'll look back
Jaden
at that
McDaniels
one. Yeah, Jaden
punching
McDaniels,
his
yeah.
Nas Reed getting injured as
yeah.
well.
Yep.
There's always these injuries that happen, and we get rid of guys. It's kind of a Minnesota thing, but I think it's going to be very interesting when Atlanta comes here.
You're gonna root against the Vikings in that game,
Well,
aren't you?
no, I can't do that, but I don't know what I'm going to do if, like, Kirk gets sacked. I'm like, poor guy.
No,
Like,
no, he's a
Come on,
quarterback
he's
of the
making-
other team.
He's making $180
But-
million coming off an injury. You cannot.
I can't
feel bad
cheer
for
against
him
the
at
guy. I've been a fan of that guy for so long. I just can't cheer. I like the guy. I like the player a lot, but I'm not going to become an Atlanta Falcon fan. Ugh, gross. But if I did buy a Cousins jersey, it will be the second ever Atlanta Falcons jersey I ever owned. I owned a Michael Vick jersey in 2004, and like a month or 2 later, all the dog stuff came out.
Yeah. Jake
So-
tried to go to school with it
That's-
on, and
I
his
did.
mom wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
That's a jersey, that, especially back in that time, that is acceptable to burn.
Yeah.
Maybe
I should have.
maybe a Hernandez too. You could burn that one.
I think my mom still has the jersey,
For which
honestly.
reason?
But yeah, we'll see how that game goes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll go down to Atlanta and
The final thing that I want to bring up before we get into the interview with Dragan Kesich is John Hines' testicles.
they're.
Big.
They're massive.
And it's not because he has cancer.
I've
testicular cancer.
never seen. I didn't know that was a rule until it happened. That
Yeah,
you
well,
can pull
yep.
your goalie and get the full 2 point. Why didn't Dean do that every time? Like fuck it.
well, because
Oh, you lose a point.
You lose the point.
Oh.
yeah.
You lose the point if the Wild would have got scored on.
No, I knew that. I was just saying because there's been so many times where we lost in a shootout. It was like we should have
Yeah.
just said fuck it.
Yeah, I think I've seen teams do this late in the season before when they're like trying to get points to get into the playoffs, and that's exactly what the Wild were doing. So I love to see
Yeah,
it. It was
that's-
a weird move.
It was hilarious because you could hear the collective kind of like people chattering in Minnesota via the TV broadcast. You hear everyone kind of like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden they just went absolutely crazy 20 seconds later when you buried it.
Well, he was Fleury. I was watching Fleury. He was between like the goal crease and the blue line, and he was just standing there. And I'm like, why is he so far out? Like, is he gonna go try to like make a play in the offensive zone? And then I see him skate away, and I'm like, wait, they're emptying the they're sending the goalie to the bench. And then we score. Holy shit! And then I see TNT explain it afterwards. Like the Wild got a full 2 points from that. And I'm like, holy shit, let's go.
Yeah, I think even the announcers were confused too because I thought, was there a delayed penalty? Okay, and then
Right.
I'm like, oh wait, what? And then I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
It's very strange.
We just sold a couple players at the deadline. You know, it's obviously not. Billy's made it obvious that this might not be, in fact, the year. I know he still believes in the core, and he would never say that. But, John Hines is going to do everything he can to get us in the playoffs, and, it'd be fun.
Playoffs? I would still love to be in the play. We always say how depressing it is for them to lose in the first round, but like we always say, it's
better than nothing.
It is. I love when your team's a part of the NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
And one thing is, like, the Minnesota Wild are historically, they always go on runs right now. So that's just another reason to be excited. Like, hey, they always at the end of the year,
They have
kind
a weak schedule, too.
I know, and so it feels like the stars are aligning. At the same time, though, they just lose one, and they're pretty much done. So it's every game's a must-watch, every game's a must-win. And the cool thing about that is if you do get into the playoffs, you've already been playing like you were in the playoffs for, like, a month by that point. So you're ready to go.
Yeah, I think, too, that we're kind of the heroes, the unsung heroes of the NHL right now, because if you guys saw what Vegas did at the deadline, they ended up putting Mark Stone on
long-term,
long-term injury reserve because he has like a torn spleen, which this exact same thing happened last year.
Sounds horribly
and
painful.
Then they brought in, they made some amazing moves at the deadline. They bring in, I think, Barbashev, right? Or whatever his name is. And then magically Stone is fine by the playoffs, but it doesn't go against the cap because he was already on LTIR. So the Vegas is basically trying to cheat again. And the Wild could catch up to them and kick them out of the playoffs if they're going to get in. So
And people would love that.
everyone's rooting for the Wild right now, which is it's pretty rare.
Yeah,
You just get called the Mild by everybody, and they're not always wrong. But this could be the year that we're everyone's heroes.
Yeah, just keep grinding, keep getting 2 points.
Yeah.
Why are the Wild such a hated fan base on social media?
I don't know. Do you notice that?
Yeah, no, every Mild is in like every comment.
every-
I don't know, because we have a few personalities out there, not our own.
Every fan base has some
kill it.
shitty people, but I think we're just so cocky. I think people hate the whole state of hockey.
Yeah, they
but
do.
But they
No
don't.
cups.
But they don't understand it. They don't understand what we're not. It has nothing to do with the Wild.
They don't understand like the high school state hockey
Right.
tournament or anything like that. They think it's stupid that we obsess over it or something when it's a spectacle. It's so cool.
Yeah.
But fuck Edina.
Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Gosh, but that's a part of it though, right? The unity of the hatred for Edina, and then the Edina people loving the hatred and then loving Edina. It's all part of the camaraderie of hockey in the state. So
Yeah,
it's
it was
great.
great tourney. All right, let's get into our interview with kicker of the Minnesota Gophers, Dragan Kesich. All right, folks, we have a very special guest in studio. We have the kicker for the Minnesota Golden Gopher football team, Dragan Kesich, also pronounced Dragan.
Yep.
Dragan.
Serbian Hammer, also known as Serbian
The
Hammer.
Serbian Hammer, dude. That's you have a shirt that says,
Yeah,
you're wearing it right now.
Oh wow.
That fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Where'd that
Serbian
nickname come from, man?
It's a really weird story. I don't even know where it came from. We have this. His name's Norris Wilson. He's like, I think his title is like player development, like something like player development. And out of nowhere, he just started calling me Serbian Hammer, and I was like, So then after I made the game-winning kick against Nebraska, like I had this company hit me up. They're like, hey, do you want like a merchandise? And I was like, yeah. Like, why wouldn't I? And they're like, what do you want on it? And I was like, let's go Serbian Hammer, and it stuck.
That's awesome, and we were at that game. I actually got told by a Nebraska fan that we were the worst fans he'd ever met, sitting behind us because we were being so obnoxious.
In our own stadium.
We're surrounded by Nebraska fans who are being loud. You know, obviously that wasn't the Gophers' best game, so the Nebraska fans were cheering for most of it. And this guy gets in my face. He's like, "You're some of the worst fans I've ever met." And I was like, "Go fuck yourself, dude!" Like,
seriously.
you guys are surrounding us in our home stadium, and we just hit a game-winning kick. Like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to do?
The best feeling ever, let me tell you. That was unreal.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of like have people ever questioned the legitimacy of your name? Have people thought your first name is the nickname?
Yeah,
Dragan?
Yeah, people like growing up. I had so many nicknames. I had like Drogon, like Dragon, Drag, D, like just all these different nicknames. So I'm just used to whatever anybody calls me. Let's let it ride.
But I love the Serbian Hammer. Where can we get those shirts?
It's in my Instagram bio.
Oh, there we go. We might have to all pick one up. Those are
Snag one of
badass.
those.
Serbian Hammer.
You had a mohawk. Was that last season?
Yeah, I had the Avatar arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
it
was pretty
blue.
dope. Yeah, it was blue. So first it started. I'll show you the picture. It's pretty dope. So I dyed my hair, bleached it, and then my roommate's girlfriend like painted smiley faces on it. Yeah. It actually looked really dope. And then next after that, we were big into Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
then,
nice.
she painted Squirtle in my head. So we did Squirtle. And then the very last one was Avatar Arrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you an Avatar fan?
No.
No. Okay. I was gonna ask what you thought the live action, but
Nah. I mean, I've seen it, but like I'm not like really into it like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's just weird.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's-
I think it makes sense though because the arrow points straight, and that's where you want the kicks to go.
and the reason I cut it is because it started veering off to the right a little bit.
Ah.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, we're gonna start fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a smart transition.
Yeah,
I like
it was.
that.
Yeah, I had to get rid of it. I now for fall because fall camp I do like my weird hairstyle, so now I just got to think about what I want to do now.
Okay.
I was gonna say, do you have any ideas, or do you not want to reveal anything too much right now?
I think I had to do something related to blackjack.
Okay.
Like
No,
like the game?
like
Yeah,
you could put like a spade
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Oh,
on your
like,
head or something.
like
yeah.
playing cards in the head or something.
Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be crazy.
Or
I'm a
with-
wild card.
Or like something like with like poker or something.
Yeah, right.
We'll figure it.
You could, you could dye your hair like red and black like a roulette table. I guess you're going for
then what about
blackjack,
green?
but
What about green? And then
green,
you got the
because
green.
green's the lucky color.
Yeah.
That's like the 1 in 100 odds or whatever.
Yeah, except
Double
for
zeros.
when we're at the bowl game in Detroit, at the MGM, they had one where it was just 00.
Yeah.
But it had like MGM in it 3 times in a row.
Jesus, yeah, and no one's putting money on that.
Yeah. So I walked out.
People who
It's-
put, I'm sorry, this is a side tangent. People who put money on single numbers in roulette are psychopaths.
you got to go red or black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's red all the time.
Or at very worst, evens odds.
Yeah.
That
fair
can be
enough.
fun too. But yeah, you're right. Like one or the other.
Yeah.
Picking a number.
I'm always red.
Yeah,
I'm always red.
You're always red.
Always
okay.
red.
So
Always going
so
red.
that, I think that's what you got to go for the red
think so.
color then.
Yeah. Put some. What would you put? I don't want just red. Like I got to put something. in.
Yeah,
mean,
because then it'll just look like
maybe
you're
numbers.
We're
bleeding.
veering on Wisconsin
We are.
territory
Better
too
dead
with the
than
red.
red, yeah.
So
Maroon.
Maybe maroon. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll go maroon.
that'll fit.
A darker red, black and red mixed together.
Yeah, because sometimes the table is like a maroon, like the velvet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, hey, we were talking right before we went on here. You're obviously from Wisconsin. You grew up a Badger fan.
Yeah.
How the heck did you end up a Gopher?
They, as in Wisconsin, they recruited me pretty heavy, like sophomore, junior year of high school, and then they kind of veered off. And then because there's another kicker from Wisconsin, so it was like me and him. He was like number 4 in the country. I was number 7. So it was like between me and him, and they ultimately went with him. Well, Jack's my boy, so shout out Jack. And then they went with him, and then I was like, dang, like I really want to play in the Big Ten. And then I came and camped at Minnesota. And then a couple weeks after the camp, at the time, special teams coordinator Rob Wanger like DM'd me on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, like what's up?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "You want to come on an official visit?" I was like, "Hell yeah, like let's do it." And then I came on my official visit, and I committed on the spot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What was the element that made you commit right there?
I mean, I think just playing in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I think academics was big for me, and Minnesota, the institution's pretty dope. Coach Fleck is awesome. The culture's dope, and then like the guys I met on my visit, I was like, and the opportunity to play early.
Yeah.
So all
Exactly.
those kind of form the reason I'm here.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that's all it took. It was
Yeah.
just one visit.
I feel like all it'd take for me is just showing up and PJ right there. Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna commit here. This is awesome.
That's literally what I did. I
He
was
just
like,
squeezes the commitment out of your hand.
because
Yes, sir. Elite. Roll the boat. Yeah, right.
I went into his office and I was like, because it was like my parents and I. And he's like, hey, so like, what do you think? And I was like, I think I want to commit. Like, I want to be here. He's like, I think. Do you want to be here? I'm like, yes, I want to be here, coach. He's like, all right, perfect. And then the rest is history.
There you go. And you're kicking game-winning field goals against Nebraska.
In my first ever game doing field goals, it was the most surreal moment of my life.
So when you're kicking a game-winning field goal, obviously kickers have the most pressure. I would argue out of maybe any position in sports, especially when the score could be different, and if you miss, you lose. I mean, it can be game-altering.
Yeah.
What do you like? What goes through your head mentally? How do you just not think about it?
Yeah,
or-
honestly, nothing goes. Like, when I ran out there for that game-winning field goal, I looked to my right, and there was like a Nebraska fan on the field. I don't know if it was a Nebraska fan or if it was like one of like the managers that like went out in the field or something. But I was like, "What's going on over there?" And I was like, "Wait, I should probably lock in for the kick." And then I got to my spot. Then they banged a timeout, and I'm like, "All right, well, now I have to kick this next one." So I was kind of just like, "Let's go."
Yeah.
Like, if I miss it, overtime. If I make it, it's dope.
I suppose, that's always got to help when at least it's tied.
Correct. If it was like down 1 or down 2, it would
Yeah.
be like
Man.
a different ball game.
That's a whole different thing. And I've always looked, they always show the kicker on the sidelines kicking into the net. Like,
Yeah.
what's going through your head? Is it just routine?
Just trust yourself.
Yeah.
Like Mark Crawford's the holder, and at the time Brady Weeks was the long snapper, and I have utmost faith in those guys that they're going to get their job done. So it was just trust yourself. Don't worry about the external noise.
Yep.
And like it's weird because like when you get to that point, like everything goes silent. like I don't hear anything. The last thing I heard was everybody erupting after it went in.
Yeah.
So it was an unreal feeling.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know how to like describe the feeling. Like it was so
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Do you have any like rituals before you kick or when you're going up there or no? Because I know it can be a very superstitious position.
Not really.
Okay.
I kind of just. I mean, yeah, I guess Croft and I high five each other, but other than that,
That's about
that's really like the only thing.
Yeah.
So there's nothing with like laces out or laces in or anything like that?
Nah.
Nothing with the ball like right before you kick it? Shit, the laces are a little to the right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean, sometimes that happens, but at that point,
Yeah.
like you just gotta trust it. You gotta swing through it because.
Right. It's a, you know.
Does it actually matter where the laces are?
Yeah, it does.
Really?
It does.
Okay.
So laces out is actually
Yeah,
a
laces
thing.
forward is where you want it, and then if it's to the right, like your ball, like since I'm a lefty, the ball tends to veer off to the right a little bit, and then if the laces are towards you, that's gonna mess everything up because it messes with the sweet spot of the ball. But it's all. I mean, you can still make it, so it's just about like not second guessing yourself and just trusting yourself, and
Yeah.
whatever happens, happens.
I just think of Ace Ventura, the Pet Detective movie. You ever seen that?
I've never seen
Oh, with Jim Carrey. Well, like there's a whole like you've seen it, right? Where
Finkel.
Ray
Yeah.
Finkel, like he like goes crazy, and they don't know where. I don't want to spoil the movie, but he goes
It's
crazy
a
and
25-year-old movie.
yeah, and he and it's a fake movie, but he goes crazy because like Dan Marino held the laces in when they should have been out, and he missed a Super Bowl winning field goal. It was fictional. It was in a movie, but
never
it's
seen that.
yeah.
What's it
it's
called?
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective with Jim Carrey.
Okay.
1994, I think.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. It's
He
classic.
becomes a serial killer, the kicker. So,
Yeah.
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 That was 8 years before I was born. So,
Yeah.
I know.
No, I would watch it, but maybe you would be I don't know. Maybe it would traumatize you as a kicker. I don't know.
Maybe we'll stay away from that.
Maybe we'll stay. But no, it's a funny movie. That's just what I think of when I hear laces out, because there's a whole bit in there, laces out, Dan. So I just don't know if there was actual thing with that with kickers, but it's kind of funny. Does icing the kicker, like, is that a myth? Does that actually work, do you think?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of just like a mental thing again. Like they used to have it where it's like you could bank 3 timeouts in a row, but now they made it where it says you can only call 1 timeout. So it's like, and honestly, like after they bang the timeout, it gets you more ready because you know like you have to kick this one. They can't ice you again. So it's like, I mean, I guess I'm just more locked in after they ice you.
I think the reverse ice is probably almost more effective, where they have a timeout and they don't use it, and then you're like, wait, I actually have to kick this ball. Oh shit, here I am.
Yeah, I would say that's partially true. Yeah, like I would feel. Yeah, I think that's true. I think it's a true statement.
Fuck, there's been times where they've kicked it, they've tried to ice it, the kick misses, and the very next kick goes in, right?
Yeah.
Or vice versa,
Yeah.
which is just crazy.
It is. It's because like you think, I forgot what game it was. Somebody, like you said, they banged it, they made it, and then they called a timeout, and then he came back and he missed it, and it's
So it
like
works.
Those are always the toughest ones to see, is like when they make it perfectly down the uprights
Correct.
on the first kick. And those coaches are so good at icing it like right after the snap so that
Yeah.
they have to kick the ball.
yeah, but then it's tough because like, let's say we snap it and then they bang a timeout and we kick it like too late. It's like a delay of game penalty, and then it's 5 yards. So you gotta like, so it's like, do you get a warm up kick or do you not kick it? So it's like, it's a tough decision.
So it's
That's
not the
my
ref's
guess.
job to just run up and stop it? Like, if you guys kick it, that you could actually get
you
flagged?
can, you can get a delay game.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know.
That's what happened. 2018 Gophers. They were playing a non-conference opponent, and it was like very late in the game. Field goal would have won it or tied it for the other team, and it was like a 53-yard field goal. And he kicked it after he got iced. They gave him a 5-yard penalty, and he didn't end up kicking it.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was like a 59-yard field goal after the penalty.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
trying to picture that.
I know in high school you punted and you kicked, right?
Yeah.
So were you better at kicking, or did you want to do kicking more?
Yeah, I didn't really take punting that seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, now I do. Like when we go kick, I kind of just like mess around and hit some punts. But my kicking coach growing up, he wanted me to always punt. I was just like never into punting. I just always wanted to kick.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really just never took it seriously.
You have like the reverse McAfee story. Because
Yeah, basically.
McAfee was a kicker and turned into a punter.
Yeah, McAfee. Yeah.
Although
he's-
I know you did both, but like
Yeah, but no, in college, yeah, he was a kicker because I
Yeah.
remember he always tells a story about how like when he first met Vinatieri, like he didn't know how to hold a football, so Vinatieri said there was like a 4-day holding camp.
yeah,
So yeah, that's crazy.
yeah.
Well, that's awesome. That's good. Did you play any other sports growing up?
Soccer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That makes. Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah. My dad played soccer. My brother played Division II soccer. So soccer was like my upbringing. And I stopped playing high school because I played high school or football and soccer in high school because like the schedules like worked out. And then I stopped playing soccer my junior year of high school because we had to run 2 miles in under 12 minutes. There's no way I was doing that.
No.
Especially as a kicker in football, you're like, that is useless training.
I was like 270 pounds at the time. There's no way I was doing that.
I'm just gonna go out. My job is just to kick the football. I don't have to do a lot of running like I do in soccer.
Exactly. I was like, running's not for me. Soccer, see ya. Football, here I come.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I got a really random question for you.
Yeah.
On Wikipedia, it says you're related to Milan Lucic. Is that true?
That is very true.
No fucking way. How are you related to him?
It's my dad's second cousin.
That's crazy.
It's like, it's like my dad's cousin's kid or something like that.
Well, you're related, so it's
like
on
my
Wikipedia.
dad, like when he was a kid, like my dad has a bunch of pictures with him growing up and stuff. When he plays against the Wild, we would come and watch him and stuff. So
That's awesome.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know I have like second cousins you could call like that in my family, so I understand as weird as what you just described is. I have, it's like my dad's or my grandma's cousin's son.
Yeah.
I know people like that in my family.
Yeah, it's weird. 'Cause
I get it.
I always ask my dad, I'm like, explain to me how we're related, and he does it so I can like explain it like this, and I always forget.
Well, it's
It's pretty dope. I just love the video when he put that guy through the glass. That was the most badass video of all time.
You're kind of like built like him too, man.
Yeah, except he's got a massive hunchback.
People like to rip off for that.
Yeah. I think he'd be like maybe like 6'8" if he didn't have that hunchback. But
well, it says on the Gophers website you're listed at 6'4", 240. You could be a sub like for another position.
Yeah, I mean 6'5", they got to fix that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That extra inch.
Yeah, I mean I wanted to play like wide receiver / tight end in high school. My
Yeah.
coach would never let me, but I think I could be like a tight end maybe.
Yeah.
Cody Lindenberg doesn't like this, but I think I could play linebacker.
I was gonna say when I first saw that stack, I was like, that guy could play linebacker
Yeah,
too.
Cody and I always had that argument. I think, like obviously, like not at the Division I level, but like I think like if I trained maybe for like 5 years, I could play in linebacker.
You could trick the coaches into doing hitting drills because you're like, one, kickoffs. What if they have a return and I need to make a hit? I need
Exactly.
to make a play. I need to learn how to tackle.
Do kickers do tackling drills or no?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
We
Let's
used
go
to
for it.
We used to my freshman year, but then I was like,
They
know how
also
to do
probably are like, we don't want them to get injured on the season
Yeah.
trying to tackle
Yeah.
someone.
We don't want you to actively. You were the last line of defense. We don't want you to try to tackle.
The closest I came to a tackle was Nebraska opening game. That was the closest I come to a tackle. So 4 years, one
This could be the
tackle,
year.
I guess. Yeah, it could be.
I
Hopefully
think.
not,
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
I think you should. I mean, speaking of being a tight end and wide receiver, and if you want to catch some footballs, I think there should be some sort of fake field goal play drawn up with you.
In the bowl game,
Like a Philly special or
I don't know if
something.
you guys watched the bowl game. We had a fake PAT, and so it was like I got the
Stop
direct
just
snap.
short, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Direct
right.
snap,
That's right.
And I was supposed to throw it. He was covered, and I was like, I don't know what to do here.
Run.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run, and I was like, do I go low? But the guy was like way lower than me. There's like, I'm no way I'm gonna match him. So I was like, here we go. We're gonna jump him. Whatever happens. And I didn't stick the landing.
It was super close.
I was gonna say I remember that now, and like that was pretty badass though.
Yeah,
like
I
you
was-
looked like full on, just like a big ass running back
I
out
was,
there.
I was so mad because I even tried to reach from the ball. I was like, come on, dude, get in. I was like, dang.
Try to do a little try to get to the not the pylon, but
Like, yeah, just
get
the
to
end
the first
line,
down.
just get
right.
there. And I was like, come
make a
on,
play.
dude. Yeah.
We're gonna see that again though. We have to see that
Yeah.
again. You got to get a second chance at that.
I
Barrel
hope
over
so.
some players.
I hope so, because gosh, dude, that would have been like the coolest moment of my life.
That would have been probably like Sports Center top 10, like kicker hurdles.
That's why I was so mad, because it was 2 dudes. It wasn't one. It was 2
Yeah.
guys.
Fucking A.
Damn.
That, I mean, the fact though that you were able to pull that off and not
Yeah.
completely embarrass yourself,
Yeah.
I think that's an achievement in itself.
I would say so too.
You didn't like fumble the ball or
Or
anything,
you
or
didn't
fall.
just get completely sandwiched like when you tried it.
Because when I jumped, I landed on his leg, so
Hmm.
my like foot like slipped out from under me, and I wasn't able to stick the landing.
Yeah.
So it was unfortunate, but we won. So it was
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It was still fun. It's I was gonna say like you got to take advantage of your build, right? Like I
Yeah.
think there should be more plays like that because it's funny because you see some like kickers that are really skinny and lanky, like they're great kickers, but they should have no business touching the ball or trying to run it. It's kind of funny when you see like it's not a design fake play, but like they fumble the ball, so then you see them try to run it, and they're just this dinky guy on the field, and that's hilarious. I feel bad for the kicker, but like whether or not you're faking it or actually designing a play or you fumble it, you're prepared for it. I think.
I'm ready. I'll lower the shoulder if I have to.
Yeah.
So, let's get it done.
Especially, you guys remember kickers' helmets back in the 90s when it was like
one
the
bar.
single bar?
that's safe.
I've asked for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Single bar mask, but it's not legal by the NCAA.
I was gonna say.
Oh, no.
That would be
I was
that
like,
would be
come
all
on,
time
dude.
if you had the single bar.
I asked
What's
him so many times.
what's the least number of bars you can have? It's probably like 4.
I think
or
the
something
one I
outrageous.
have right now is like the lowest you can go, and it's just like a super wide opening.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
how funny that'd be if like a modern day kicker like yourself, you would be the spectacle of the college football
That'd be
world.
so funny.
Yeah.
Wearing one of those 1-bar helmets.
I just picture Gary Anderson.
That's what.
there.
I know.
That's the picture I'm
Yeah.
pulling up. Oh, this is a different Gary Anderson.
No,
Oh
it's
yeah,
a very common name.
This Titans one is even
the one on
funnier because it's white.
It's like Gary Anderson. That would be hilarious.
Like
if you
there's
did
no,
that.
like there's no point in even wearing a helmet if you're gonna do like you might as well just rock a hat.
That's
out there.
awesome. That is awesome.
You should do that. You should do that for like a practice. If you could somehow get like a
Yes.
custom gopher, you should still get one made
Yeah.
for the
I
Gophers,
just wear it for one practice.
or I'm sure they have one
There's
from the
gotta be a-
'90s
I was
somewhere
gonna
that they
say,
have
someone has one
in
so.
storage. You know, and you just rock it for a practice and don't tell PJ, and
Now
you'll
I
be
need
like,
to
"What the
find
hell are you wearing?" Like,
Minnesota.
That'd be awesome. I
Gophers.
just pull up with a 1-bar face mask helmet at practice.
yeah, I think that'd be
It's not
hilarious.
1790. We weren't even
So,
a country.
maybe, no, we
That's when
didn't
were
have a
still
team.
celebrating over beating the British.
right.
I tried typing in. Oh, I typed in 1790
Yeah, I was gonna
again.
say you did it again.
Looking at like
Just
8 to
twice.
1990.
I'm getting too bricked up about the Revolutionary
Yeah,
War.
right.
You gotta let me cook over here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean that's okay. That one's about 2 bars. One in the middle, so we're getting closer.
That's kind of what mine is, except mine's like, I don't know how to explain it.
Oh yeah, that's their old gold.
Yeah, the old gold, and then let's see.
It's a badass uniform,
If
actually.
you show me that picture, I would think that's LSU.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, you're
It
going,
looks like almost like a mustard yellow
Yeah.
rather than a gold.
Mustard
back in those
gold,
days.
yellowish.
Yeah,
I
we
think
need
that'd
we
be
need to
fun.
get you one of those helmets.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
Just,
awesome.
just for a bit, though. I mean, honestly, I get why the NCAA, for safety reasons, probably wants you with more stuff in case you.
For sure.
But still, I mean,
Like, come on.
you can
Or
allow- not
or
getting
just
sacked.
let them wear the
boys have some
leatherheads
fun.
again.
Yeah.
How funny is it that we used to do that?
Yeah, that was safe, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, like, if you think about it, though, like, rugby has
I was
less
gonna say.
concussions than football.
And they still don't wear helmets.
don't wear
in the
anything.
They
league.
don't.
Because when you don't wear a helmet, you're not trying to fucking
Exactly.
launch your head into
Right.
people.
Exactly.
It's like
Psychologically more safer.
It's like you watch old hockey back in the days. People are like, "Well, why the goalies didn't wear a mask?" Well, that's because like no one did, and a lot of the pucks were shot lower.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays you can shoot it higher because everyone's more comfortable because we're wearing helmets. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like the evolution of the
It
game.
used to be like beer league rules. You're not allowed to shoot at the goalies.
yeah, right, exactly. But it still happens.
So speaking of hockey, you share a number with Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, yeah.
99. Was
I
that
never thought about that. No.
what?
The great one.
Yeah. What made you choose 99? Because you were 99 in high school too, right?
Yeah, so number 8 was my number in soccer, and I was always number 8. And then when I got to high school, my freshman year, the starting quarterback was number 8. So I'm like, okay, there's no way I'm going to get that. And then my high school coach just gave me number 99.
No,
Nice.
I take it. And I was like, this is a pretty dope number.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
it's the closest 1 to 100.
Exactly.
I mean,
can't get
yeah,
100.
that's factually correct. Yeah.
Don't a lot of kickers have 99? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, a lot of people have like in the 90s. Like a lot of
Yeah.
specialists are in the 90s.
Yeah.
So,
It's like in hockey. Like goalies are always 30 or number 1, right? It's just weird.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Numbers just are like a whole life of their own that should never have become a thing like they are, but now it's insane. Like when they allowed NFL players to have a single digit,
Yeah.
that was a big deal.
Game changer.
Yeah,
Because like now, even like
other
we guys,
positions.
yeah, like D linemen wearing single digit numbers, it just doesn't look right.
No,
They don't do that in college still, right?
No, we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay,
we
did
have some
you?
D linemen and like we had a D lineman 2 years ago. We're number 1.
Oh, geez. That's a little weird, actually.
it was like, what?
A lot of jersey on there because they're bigger guys.
do
so
they allow,
it's just
do they
like-
allow 0 in college?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had Justin Wally his freshman year wore 0, and now we have a D lineman at 0.
Nice.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, a D end and 0.
Does it just say 0 or is there double
It's
zeros?
just 0.
Double zeros is like
That would be the badass.
That's scary.
I don't think we have a
You're
double
scared
zero.
of someone of
I don't
double
think we have a
zero.
double 0.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that D lineman, double 0 over there. Be careful of that guy.
Yeah.
I would be more intimidating than
I'm gonna
just
tell him to
0.
put double 0. I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell him to do double 0.
I think I don't even know if they allow that actually. If they have stupid rules around that too, like it can't be double 0, but you can be a single 0.
I wouldn't be surprised
don't
if the
know.
NCAA had like a strict thing on like numbers.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
that wouldn't surprise me
They
at all.
got strict rules on everything. There's definitely
Right.
some about numbers in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you can't wear this number. Or, yeah, can't wear a number in a certain way. That's
Yeah.
pathetic. I can't wear a sideways 0. What if I want to wear a sideways 0? I don't know. Like I'm just thinking of hypotheticals, like a zero like this.
Yeah.
But
Why would you do that?
I don't know. It looked like an unlimited or infinity.
That's
Dude,
what I was
imagine a
thinking,
double
infinity.
zeros like stacked on top, like in a vertical way on someone's jersey. That would be bizarre.
That would be the number 8.
But you don't have it attached. You have them separated. I don't know.
88.
Look,
Give
well,
me an aneurysm, dude.
no, I mean it would be zeros like this.
What
on
if there
a
were 2
jersey.
circles stacked on one
Yeah.
another? That'd be nuts.
Well, not 8, but there is a
Kirk
space
Cousins.
between
You're
them.
already thinking of Kirk still.
Yeah, he's missing them.
Yeah.
I assume your whole family was Badger fans too. Then are they
Yeah.
still Badger fans, or have you converted them?
I mean, they're definitely not. I don't think they're Badger fans anymore.
Okay.
They
Okay,
were
good.
like we would watch like when they would make March Madness. Like we'd watch the Badgers all the time and stuff. But we're like a big like European soccer family. So
Okay.
like we watch like the Premier League and stuff like that. But yeah, they're definitely not Badger fans anymore. That's for sure.
That's good to hear.
Well, I was going to ask, are you fully converted to being a Gopher fan now?
Oh,
Obviously.
All in, locked
Yeah,
in,
okay,
loaded.
yeah.
Never looking back.
It'd be goofy. You're like, no, I'm still a big Badger football fan, and then you go out and
As
play
you're
the
holding the
Badgers.
axe, smoking
Yeah.
a cigar.
Yeah,
That'd
you
be-
can't do
oh my
that.
God.
That'd be a
No.
bit of a conflict of interest.
Nah, the only way I go to a Badger game is if they're playing the Gophers.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Technically. Where did we play them again this year?
We
In
played
Madison.
them. We played them here, but
Oh, yeah, that's right.
when we beat
An
them,
idiot.
Oh, are you talking about next year
Or this year, this past year.
Oh, it was here.
Yeah, that's right. Because that was awesome.
my toxic friend who's a Wisconsin fan was being a douchebag the entire night about it. But it's because
Yeah,
the year
that's-
before I was in Madison stuck in the student section as like one of the only Gopher fans there.
Respect.
And let me tell you, the risk was worth the reward. I just got to sit there and verbally assault college kids
That was such
about
a
how
fun
their
game.
team lost.
Yeah, that was. Oh my gosh, was that
Yeah.
game unbelievable? That felt so good getting the win there.
Yeah.
Because I was just like texting, like all my high school buddies were in the stands, like all my friends and family from Wisconsin were in the stands. So being able to do it at their place was just an unbelievable feeling.
Do you remember what kind of cigar you smoked?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just go to the store those were Matt Stevenson. He was a punter here for a year.
Yep.
I had him on before.
Yeah, legend. So funny.
That guy's
he
great.
gave Crawford and I a box of cigars because the year he bought them, we didn't beat them. He's like, save these for when you beat Wisconsin.
Love it.
So I don't even know what they were.
Pass them down.
Yeah.
Mariano was smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so funny. That's what we were doing after Iowa. This past
Oh,
year.
yeah.
Just
Cody Lindenberg brought the cigarettes.
I'm glad you guys are carrying Mariano's tradition of
Yeah, Mariano's a legend.
ripping
Be
darts.
rivals.
And luckily, Mariano's like still a coach there, so like we can
Yeah.
just
That's
ask him
right.
for his traditions.
Yeah, right? You're like,
Yeah.
what else did you do? Well, you did this. Well, here's cigarettes. So here you go. Like,
Yeah, coach gave me cigarettes.
yeah. Coach, Mariano. Yeah. Yep. Well, speaking of the Iowa game, was his hand down?
Oh, dude, illegal,
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
I agree. We all agree. He had a hand. He was doing something like
He
this.
was waving it.
Yep.
He was waving
It
it.
was 100%.
Because if the roles were reversed, they would say it was the exact same signal as illegal. So,
It's a technicality, but it's like it's
Iowa fans are still mad about
Yeah.
it. I mean, the girls basketball team in Iowa beat Minnesota just like last week, and someone
They're at
tweeted
Williams
after
Arena.
the game, it was not a fair catch.
yeah.
yeah. People were
It's like
talking
you
about
have
yeah.
Caitlin Clark. Shut the fuck up.
And someone brings that poster board when
You
everything's
guys
focused
have
on,
enough.
Yeah.
You were able to, yeah.
She's unreal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I went and watched her, and I'm like, it's like she's on her own level. It's unreal.
If
Well,
you
they
have an
were here-
athlete like that, you should not be bitching about football
Yeah.
still
No.
6 months later.
Yeah.
They were selling out for girls basketball. They were selling out
Other
where they were
arenas.
playing this weekend. Yeah, in
It's like
Minnesota
they,
here, so
they're calling it the Caitlin Clark tour.
Yeah.
Essentially.
people were
literally.
lining up at 5 a.m. to watch the games.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
the-
When
it's
it
like-
was at Target Center. Yeah.
It's like the Tiger effect.
Yeah, when they played here, they were only letting 600 students, and everybody else you had to buy your tickets.
That's
It was
insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
People were there like
Nuts.
3 hours before. I was like, wow.
And Williams was electric too. It was packed.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like she'll literally just go over half court and just throw it up like she's shooting like a 15-footer.
And it goes
It's
in,
crazy.
nothing but
I don't
net.
understand it.
Antonio Brown
was
keeps
just
calling her
about
Mel
to say
Gibson.
that.
What?
Yeah, he keeps tweeting at her.
CT ESPN.
CTESPN.
Yeah, that man Antonio Brown's different.
He's
bro.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get him out for a Gopher game. Have him watch.
No, there's
Yeah.
too many crackers in
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like it up here. I don't think he'd like it up
man.
here.
No, I don't think he would either. He'd be you'd leave right away.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, get him to a Gopher game. Maybe he would enjoy it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson.
Where'd he go to college? Central
AB?
Michigan?
He went to one of
It was
those
some
right?
small ass
Yeah.
school, right? He didn't go to
was like a sixth
It
round
was
pick,
somewhere in
yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah. But it was a smaller school.
God, just a picture of him and Giselle.
Oh God, that's
Oh,
the
no,
first
see,
one that
that's so
shows
weird.
up.
He like Tom Brady, like let him live.
I
in his
think
house.
you're right.
Why did I think it was Central Michigan?
That sounds right.
I know it was a smaller school.
Playing Wikipedia right now. Yeah, Central
okay,
Michigan.
it
Michigan,
was.
the,
Central
the
Michigan.
Chippewas or
He was
whatever.
like a 6th-round pick.
That's
too.
not where did Max Crosby go? Was that Central Michigan too? Or was
No,
that
Eastern
Michigan?
Michigan.
Okay.
Didn't no wait, I was gonna say J.J. Watt started at Central Michigan. No, he didn't.
He was at Wisconsin.
Yeah, but he started, so he transferred
Oh
to
yeah,
Wisconsin.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Small
somebody
school.
else was at. I don't remember who else.
JJ Watt's a hell of a hockey player, by the way.
Yeah, I see videos.
He did
He's
start
Oh
off
yeah,
at
that's
Central
right.
Michigan? Let's go, baby.
See the video of JJ Watt just like ripping one-timers on the ice?
Yeah,
First time back on
Yeah.
skates in a while.
Yeah.
He's like 250, and he's just like an angel out there.
Yeah.
I've never ice skated in my life. so
Really?
never.
I was gonna ask if you could transition to hockey at some point.
No. I
Just be
couldn't.
a grinder.
I mean, is it hard to learn to skate?
Yeah.
When you're older, it is.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
no,
I feel
yeah.
like you'd be a guy that would just hit people, just go out there and be a goon and hit people. I mean, that's the slang they call for.
You see Happy
players like
Gilmore?
I have.
You'd be like Happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Be out there just hit people, but sometimes teams need that. They
Yeah.
need that enforcer.
I want
out
to be
there.
like, what's his name? Chara.
Oh, Zdeno
yeah,
Chara.
Chara.
Yes.
Dude, he was so sick.
Yeah,
Every
just
time I
be-
watched the Bruins, that man was.
He's like
He was
6'8".
a bad man.
Yeah, he
Or
was like
7 foot.
6'10" on skates
Yeah.
or something like that.
Insane. You got to think he adds so much height with skates too. I couldn't even imagine. I mean, you talk about in football, you know, like 350-pound guys running after you if you're like the quarterback. You know, in the NFL, the guys are really big, strong. But like a Zdeno Chara on the ice, and you're like, and there's a lot of smaller dudes
You
in the
step
NHL.
up on him,
You just
Connor
see this
Bedard.
guy. Oh man, going into the boards, that has to just be bad.
I had a buddy get drafted by the Bruins, and he attended camp, and Chara and stuff was there.
Oh,
Chara
no.
obviously wasn't playing with them, but apparently, allegedly, he went up to the pull-up bar, ripped 50 in a row, didn't break a sweat.
Oh my gosh, just a fucking tank.
And now he's running marathons.
Wow.
Yeah, he's
Zdeno?
just a crazy guy.
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
Wow.
and then
Not
you,
crazy.
surprised.
then you have guys like Jaromir Jagr,
Yeah.
who is
who's-
still he was out skating with the Bruins in a practice. He's like
He's-
50 years old.
Yeah.
He still plays for a team
Europe.
in Europe that he owns, so that they don't basically get relegated. But really quick, got to read off your resume from last year. It's just insane, some of your achievements. Big Ten Bach and Anderson Kicker of the Year, all 10 Big Ten first team, AP first team, all Big Ten, 2-time Big Ten Special Teams Player of the Week. I mean, there was just so many other ones that I didn't have time to read, but like. How did you get so good at kicking? Is it literally just repetition? Is it? I mean, obviously you said you come from a family of kickers, so
Yeah.
there's some genetics in the leg there. But
Yeah, I think it's like repetition. I mean, I didn't really start taking kicking seriously until 8th grade. That's when I really started going to camps and getting ranked and stuff like that. But yeah, I think just repetition and just like building a good camaraderie with like the specialist group. I think having a good connection with your snapper and your holder is something that elevates your game as a kicker. So I think, and like, I'm kind of like, I don't know how to describe. I would say like I'm pretty mentally tough. So like I don't really let things bother me. So I think that's another advantage that I have.
Yeah,
So I think just like, cause like I would like go see sports psych all the time just to get like my mentals right before games. And I think that's something that just like really helped me elevate my game to the next level.
I think it seems like these days every athlete should be working with a sports psychologist. They
Yeah.
they talk about it a lot on Full Swing, the PGA Tour documentary on Netflix about how much that can help. If I would imagine most kickers would be doing that because the pressure you see, and then obviously you watch on TV when NFL players and college players miss kicks, it can be devastating.
Especially in like today's society with all the social media.
Yeah.
People are just like, you can't get a break from it unless you delete social media. But like I can't delete Twitter. Like,
Twitter's
it's
too fun.
Like
Yeah.
Instagram Reels, I can't delete that.
You'd miss Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Like, talking about CTE.
Yeah.
Just don't make it to the NFL and miss a 27-yard kick
Blair
wide
Walsh.
left. Yep.
Blair Walsh.
Just don't do that. I was going to ask you, do you think you'd miss a 27-yard kick? Out of curiosity.
I this past year I think we had a kick from that same spot.
Yeah.
And I remember
Were you
watching
thinking about it?
and not in the moment, but when we watched it on film, I'm like, wait,
Why does
I've
it
seen
look
that
so
familiar.
I've seen that. Yeah, that looks pretty familiar right there. But no, honestly, like I would say like kick like a 27-yard field goal is a lot more pressure than like a 54. Because like
You
people
should
are like,
make
you
it.
should make a
Yeah.
27-yard.
So
Where
like,
it's
oh,
like
shit.
54, it's like okay, like there's some room for error there. But 27, so that's why I like those like closer kicks. Like I had a 18 or 19-yard field goal against who was that? One of the Michigan teams, Eastern Michigan. And I was like, oh my God, an 18, 19-yard field goal. It's like the shortest field goal you can get in a game. So it's just like those little like
Gets in
things
your
that
head.
gets
It's like
in your head.
it's like
Ones that are
it's like a
closer.
tap and putt in golf.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the farther out it is, it's like, well, like I feel like I feel like there's some psychology there with I have more space or something,
Correct.
or people aren't necessarily expecting me to maybe make this. So it's like, well, so you have less pressure on you.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
You have a little more room for error when you're
Yeah.
a little farther back.
So you can just kind of let yourself go free. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think about it as much.
Exactly.
Let your body do the work. How flexible do you think your leg has to be to fly up
Honestly,
after you kick?
Not that flexible, honestly.
Okay.
When I would say you have to be more flexible to be a punter.
That's what I'm kind of thinking of. I don't
punter,
know about kickers.
Punter, you got to be pretty flexible. You got to have like good hamstring and hip flexibility. But kicker, not really. Kickers kind of just want to be more explosive. But a lot of the kickers, like when you look at the NFL kickers, are super flexible. I would say I'm a little behind them, but
You'll get there though.
yeah.
In a live action game, what's the furthest field goal you think you could attempt and make?
Wind at your back.
Damn. It's tough. I mean, because like when we were practicing in this off season, like in our indoor, like I hit from 64. So like, I mean,
Technically, you could if
yeah,
everything was perfect.
If everything was perfect,
Yeah.
like 64. But I honestly, that's a good question because I don't want to say too far and then make me seem like cocky, So
Right. I
We'll
get
say-
that.
we'll say 60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
Under commit, over deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever the team needs me to hit, I'll hit. Let's
There
put
we
it that
go.
way.
Do you have? This is a weird question. Do you have a favorite yardage? Like, is there
for some
like
reason
that,
I'd like
that
like
distance?
50-yard plus. Like I don't know, I just think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why.
Well,
Just-
chicks love bombs,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
And that hang time. I mean, you're the star of that moment. The
Yeah.
entire time that ball's in the air, you're the guy in the stadium.
When I remember against Michigan, it was a 54-yarder, and it felt like the ball was moving in slow motion.
Yeah.
Going through the air. And I was like, gosh, I don't think it's going to get there.
Was that at the half?
No, it was right before the half because we scored a
before that.
touchdown at half.
Okay.
'Cause it
Okay.
was-
Yeah, that's right.
It was 10-0, and then we hit the field goal.
Yep.
And then it was, 13-10 at halftime, I think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Pretty damn close. I did want to ask. I mean, what is you said 64 yards is the longest field goal you ever kicked when perfect conditions, or what is the longest field goal?
High school I hit a 67,
Oh, damn.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
which was, I think there's a little wind at my back, but like,
Still, I do want to see us normalize just longer field goal
that'd be
kicks.
sick. Like,
Yeah.
because the record right now is, I'm pretty sure it's Justin Tucker with 66, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In,
game winner. Yeah.
in Detroit.
Yeah.
So that was pretty dope. But yeah, I could see like in the future, like Harrison Butker from the Chiefs, I could see him hitting like a 70-yarder in a game. That man's got a boot on him.
I was gonna say, I think it's crazy how much like the game of kicking has evolved.
Yeah,
Like
it's unreal.
you wouldn't see guys even kicking as much 55-yard field goals 20, 30 years ago in the NFL.
No, there was three 52 plus in the Super Bowl alone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see that. Like I said, you wouldn't see that 20 years ago.
Would you accredit that to like the technique of kicking has evolved, or maybe
yeah.
the technology in the ball?
I think it's a
almost?
little bit of both because
Yeah.
if you look back in the day and it was like straight on toe kickers and like
People
Yeah.
take their shoes off
yeah,
to kick.
people- yeah. Like one of the best kickers in the league, and like I forgot what year it was. He had half a foot. And he, like
What?
his cleat was a cleat, and then it had a flat top. Oh, like it was like a wall.
Oh,
and he would just
jeez.
toe boot it.
Just
Okay.
square.
Yeah, it was
feel
just a square foot.
He didn't want any variable there.
Yeah, it would just let
Whoa.
me kick it, mink, and it went in. But yeah, I think the football too. The football's a lot more juicy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you can get a credit to both.
Sure.
Well, that's cool. I was gonna say, I mean, are you gonna try any long field goals in NCAA football 25 if you play it? Like
Yes.
just go out there, like put on the field goal unit when you're like 70 yards, 75 yards away. Let's see what this.
Can we
can
get
do.
Are you going to be in the game? Can we get confirmation?
I put I like signed the thing, so like
Okay.
we'll see
Oh,
if
yeah.
we'll see if I'm in it. That'd be dope.
You
would
should
be
have
awesome.
you should have said no so that everyone's like, oh, two people have declined to be in the game. Archie
Arch
Manning
Manning,
and Dragan
The
Kesich.
Serbian, they call him the Serbian Hammer.
It's like
Hammer said
no,
he doesn't wanna be in the game.
he demanded 6-figure deal for that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know why you just wouldn't say yes, bro.
Yeah. why
Who
wouldn't-
cares?
The
Like,
excuse made no sense too. I want to focus on football. It's like, dude, you're making more drama by just not opting
I know.
out.
Exactly.
just opt in.
They're not gonna make you develop the game.
I know, right? Or like, yeah, do a lot of shit for him or something like that. I don't know. That's just bizarre.
Peyton Manning's like, my kid's not going to have a 72 overall.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
would
yeah,
not
like,
let that
True.
happen.
That he might have been scared of the rating.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
How would you? Obviously it won't be you, but like, how would it feel to be like the lowest rated player in the game?
Dude.
Like that would be crushing to a college kid.
Oh,
Like, oh
man.
yeah, this kicker from Eastern Kentucky is ranked to 58. He's like, these guys don't even know me, man.
I mean, it would suck, but at the same time, it'd be kind of dope. You're in a game.
It would. Yeah, true.
Yeah, your comeback could always be,
And-
I'm in a video game and you're not.
And people would start talking about you because like this guy's
True.
the lowest rated
Yeah.
guy in the game.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Badge
say,
of honor.
I was gonna say like there will be some like maybe including ourselves or myself if you are when you are in the game and your rating's a little too low for what we think, we'll be calling EA Sports.
Yep.
Yeah,
Demanding an apology.
Yeah, Dragan Kesich's rating that needs to go up. I'm pissed right now.
I'm excited to see how this game goes.
Yeah.
It's been when's the last time an NCAA game?
2014.
2013 for when it was released with Denard Robinson on the cover.
Yeah.
That's how long
Yeah.
ago it's
Michigan.
been.
Jeez.
That's nuts. We're all excited. We know our one of our producers, Cam, who is not here with us. He literally said, "I'm going to take off work.
Yeah.
I'm going to take off PTO and be like out of commission for that entire week."
I should show him the photo of Cam after the Bowling Green game.
When does it come out?
July,
Yep.
I believe, July 25th or something.
Something like that.
Yeah,
see
somewhere.
here.
It's 14th.
I can't wait for that. It's gonna be so.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
You're finding when Cam got depressed after
Yeah.
Homecoming a few years ago.
Yeah, this is the Cam guy. Yeah, he's just silent.
Yeah,
This
he
was
just feels.
246. Yeah.
We use that in like we use that in so many other memes. Like if the Gophers do lose, or if you guys lose in a disappointing way, or I think we posted that after the unfortunate Northwestern comeback this year, which I'm sure was just kind of hurt for you guys. But I think we posted that photo after that. But
Yeah, that might have been like. Because I literally yesterday I watched the replay of the game.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was sitting in the living room. I put it on, and I'm like, "Why am I watching?"
yeah,
Yeah.
because it adversity or something.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there's something there.
There's something there.
Yeah,
that you can learn from it.
Look,
I don't know.
I want to show you guys the hair real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
yeah.
whoa.
You almost look like. Did you see the kid who had the cheetah hair at the hockey state tournament this year?
No,
actually really
Hermantown
similar.
guy. You should
That's
show him
pretty
that too.
similar to what you
And
got
then-
going. I'll
Yeah.
pull that up.
this
Yeah,
is the Avatar arrow. Like this is when it was first.
Damn.
Yes.
Yeah,
I did see
yeah.
this. That's tight.
That's insane. You needed like
It's well done.
Did you have that against Nebraska? or-
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I cut it out. I forgot. I think I cut it like week 3 or something like that.
Oh wow. No, you could be like competing with because like the hockey hair from these
Yeah.
players at this high school state tournament go viral every year.
Was
Yeah,
a kid, this was a kid from Hermantown
Yeah.
this year.
Oh, that's
Cheetah.
so lit.
The cheetah.
Fun fact: I had cheetah prints.
You're
Sophomore
beating
year.
these people.
I had
Wow.
started with flames, and then I went cheetah print, and then I went to a cheetah print mohawk.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah, you're leading the pack on doing this. The high school
Yeah.
kids are probably getting the idea from you.
they
They're
might
not
be.
getting it from
Somehow.
them.
They might be.
Yeah, they're like, what is Dragan doing this year?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we got to. Our whole team has to do that.
Yeah, the gambling thing would be cool. Now
That'd be sick.
I've been thinking about it now. Like that would be really sick. Now that
Yeah.
we've seen.
Then
a
I
few
gotta think
ideas.
about what to do after that, and then after that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
We
out,
got some
yeah.
time to think.
Yeah,
Got plenty of
If
time.
you guys have any ideas, shoot them my way.
we
Yeah,
for sure
we'll
will.
do.
I think like a spade though would be badass.
Yeah,
That would be
Something
pretty
like
cool.
that. So wild card shit. That'd
or
be
the
fun.
or the clover.
Yeah, the clover,
club.
for
Is
the
that
clover
called
or
a
club.
club?
Yeah,
Spade,
club.
diamond, heart.
Yeah, or just anything like that. Yeah, heart or whatever. I think a spade would like be more fit that
I
theme
think so.
pretty well.
Yeah,
Spade would be sweet.
I agree.
Yeah. That'd
Yeah.
be fucking awesome. I did want to ask you. So I listed out a few items here of what you think. If you think you could kick any of these 50 yards
Okay.
through the
like
uprights, like through a field goal.
Okay.
So I mean, a couple of these might be easy, but a couple of them are probably hard or almost impossible. But I'm just gonna ask you anyway. So a soccer ball.
Yes.
Okay. Tennis ball.
Oh, 50 yards.
Yeah. If it's
Honestly,
propped in the
probably
right way.
It's
Okay.
not enough mass.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just asking.
Wait, am I using a tee or is it off the ground?
I would say you could kick it however you want.
I still no. I
Yeah.
don't think
Okay.
it's possible.
A basketball.
Yes.
A little heavier. Okay.
Yes.
That'd be fun to watch. Wouldn't that fucking hurt though?
Yeah.
Like the recoil from the. I've kicked basketballs
They're
because
tougher.
we went through a trick shot phase.
Yeah.
The brand during 2020, we were making
During
tricks.
COVID.
We were punting basketballs. It kind of hurts.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you probably have a much stronger leg.
Yeah.
than
I
me,
think I could get it 50
Yeah.
yards.
Get it 50 yards. Okay. A hockey puck, if propped correctly.
No.
Okay.
I break my foot.
Okay. Yeah, they are a little tough, but I'm just curious what
Yeah.
you, from a kicker like you. A volleyball.
Yes.
Okay. They're a little lighter, but I feel like they're kind of between a soccer ball and basketball, or
Yeah.
like,
No, I think a soccer
or
ball
it's-
would be between a volleyball and a basketball.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yes. Yeah. And then any chance with a bowling ball?
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I was literally gonna say volleyball. What weight?
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Nah, there's
yeah,
no
none of
chance.
them.
There's
I'd
no
say like
chance.
let's just go
Minimum.
4
No,
or the
Yeah.
minimum. Yeah.
That would break my foot.
You know, one of the balls that the adults use, and then they break it, and then they put it on the desk, and it says like adults should not be using it. Yeah, like one of those balls.
Yeah, absolutely not. There's no chance. I'm actually really big into bowling though.
Really?
I
Big
got
bowler?
my
Big
own
bowling
ball
guy?
and everything.
Yeah.
Really?
Took a bowling class. Like,
Jeez.
Hell yeah.
I'm locked in.
At the U, you took one?
Yeah.
The one credit?
Yeah.
Those were
Nice.
the
I
gym
love
classes in
those.
college were the best. I did.
For the kinesiology major, you need 5 gym credits. So I was like, let's take bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
It was fun.
Did you do pickleball yet?
I'm in it right now.
I was gonna say I did
That's
pickleball
fun.
my senior
Yeah, and I
year.
did self-defense.
Self-defense? There's a
Self-defense?
self-defense one?
Yeah.
Shit, I should have did that
It
one.
was unreal. It was unreal.
I did boxing and floor hockey. Those are also
Yeah.
those are the ones
They have boxing?
at UND.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if they have one at
They
the
also
UN.
have ballroom dancing.
I-
Oh, jeez.
I can't remember which one of our friends from college did it, but they're like, "Yeah, I took ballroom dancing."
Yeah.
yeah.
The only one I took was basketball, and I'm like, this is gonna be fun. It was fun, but the Edina varsity coach was the teacher, so he'd like run drills, and it was like the first class in the morning. It was 8 a.m. and he would run drills. I'm like, what are we doing? He's like, before we get to scrimmages, boys, we have to be doing these warm ups and workouts in the morning. I'm like, what? I didn't sign up for the team. I'm like, I just want to get this 1 credit class.
Make
Like,
at least 70% of the free throws, or you got to run like baseline, free throw line, baseline.
we did
three-point
shit like
line.
that. What are we doing? And then we would do all these weird stretches with our elbow, like nonstop
Half
to
the
learn to
class
shoot.
is hungover.
Gosh, it was just insane. It was fun, but like, what are we doing? like,
My buddy and I were talking about taking a boxing class, so I'm gonna look into that now. Maybe UND will bring it to.
maybe there is.
I would
You would
think the
think the U
Gophers.
has it,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a popular.
They have a
sport.
golf class.
I did golf in
Yeah.
You have golf, yeah.
in college.
They have rock climbing, scuba diving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
scuba
I
diving.
did scuba diving too. That one was.
My boxing coach at school, he was from Romania. The worst BO of your life, and was always smoking cigarettes during class. And this was like 2018, like 2019. Like that's not cool. And he was just
way.
ripping it in the gym.
In the gym?
In the gym.
Oh, the Hislop at UND.
It's a
That's
piece
a
of
good place
shit.
to rip cigs,
Yeah.
probably.
That's
if you're gonna do
awesome.
it.
That's like the most European thing I've heard in my life.
No, it's too bad the Gophers don't play UND in football.
Yeah.
It's a good thing it does.
It,
that.
like,
That's
didn't go to
for
UND.
the best for
Yeah.
North Dakota.
Hey, they beat NDSU
True.
this year.
They did.
big.
Set up the. Let's
First
set it
time in
up.
50 years or something like that. 30
Yeah.
years?
It doesn't happen often. Yeah.
I know we talked about Mariano already. Could you eat more Portillos than him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mario, it's so funny because all he talks about is Portillo's. The chocolate cake shake, all that stuff. I think I could.
And he's big Chicago guy, so
Yeah, it's funny because so I saw this question. I think it was on Twitter or something. It was like, if you got Joey Chestnut and Usain Bolt, and they're running a 100-meter dash, but like before they can start running, they have to eat a whole hot dog. Like, who wins the race, right?
yeah.
So like, I think it was Joey Chestnut. Like, I think it would take Usain Bolt too long to eat the hot dog before he could run. I think Joey Chestnut would just like, as you know, eat it, run.
Yep.
And Mariano's like, no, dude, Usain Bolt would win. He's like, watch this. Sends me a video of him trying to eat a hot dog with the bun. It took him like a minute and a half.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, Mariano, Joey Chestnut
Yeah.
100% finishes that race.
yeah. Because he consumes
Yeah,
a hot
well,
dog
just
in a
one-
millisecond.
it's a
one second.
Huge head start.
Who do you guys think wins? Joey Chestnut?
Chestnut.
Joey
For
Chestnut,
sure.
yeah.
I don't think it's even close.
Although we haven't seen Usain Bolt eat a hot dog,
I
but I
still
still think, but the way Joey Chestnut,
That guy's so skinny though.
Yeah.
There's no way he like has the skills to eat. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
He
he's
hasn't
not
done
fat
that,
guy.
yeah.
He doesn't eat
consume a lot of food. Yeah, so he's not used to it.
Chestnut
no,
does it
I
in a
agree.
second.
I think Chestnut wins for sure. I just like how he tried to like prove it to you, and he's
Oh my! It was so funny because then he starts laughing. I'm like, dude, I told you,
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
not gonna work.
This was the best. This was like the best year of the hot dog eating contest ever because it was like remember how there was like the rain delay?
Yeah.
And then Chestnut was like, "I'm gonna get these guys together. We're gonna do this, motherfucker." That's literally what he said. And then there's the badass picture of him like walking out of
Yeah. People put it side by side with Michael Jordan and stuff like that. It's great.
The best was also when he got, I don't know if it was this year, but he got a dude in a headlock.
That's right.
The guy tried jumping on, he got him in a headlock, and then he
Yeah.
just continued to break the world record. I was
Yeah.
like, that might be the greatest athlete of all time.
Seriously.
Arguable.
Yeah.
Just in terms of
There's
records.
certainly a conversation there.
Yeah. I was gonna ask. I mean, do you have any ideal pregame meals, or do you just eat whatever?
When we're at the like hotel before games, we kind of have the same food, but it's like right before the game, it's just a chicken breast, some green beans, and a little bit of rice.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Mariano talked about that too, but he said he was particular about his green beans.
You could
Remember
only
that?
have
Yeah,
three
of
of
them.
them.
Yeah.
He might. Some guys have some weird superstitions.
Yeah.
It's like, I just want to eat and go kick some footballs.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Like, yeah.
3 green beans before the game and 8 cigarettes after.
I just need something that won't upset my stomach, and we're good to go.
Right, exactly, and give you enough energy to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
makes
you
sense.
you had the video series Camp with Kesich. Are you bringing that back for another season?
We're gonna have to wait on that one.
I guess that's not quite up to you, but I was gonna say if you need ideas for segments,
I will need that.
Puttery Mini Golf. You heard of that place?
No, I've not.
Minneapolis.
I have not.
So I know you did Top Golf. You were big on that.
Yeah.
I feel like you did something else golf related, maybe, or I'm trying to. You went to the state fair for one of them.
Yeah.
Valley Fair for another.
Oh,
one.
and then we went to some water park, and they had like mini golf there.
Yeah. So Puttery is a cool place in Minneapolis. You can do it inside. It's like 36 holes inside.
Okay.
One hole is like a bookshelf, like museum. The other's like
Ocean
urban.
themed.
They're different
Yeah.
themes.
I like that.
Get the boys mini golfing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna tell because like we go as a team, so I'm gonna tell them, hey, check out
Puttery.
Pottery.
Yeah, decent food and can consume some beverages if you're legal age too. So yeah,
I'm trying to think of some other things. I only wrote down that one. I meant when I was building this out, I meant to write down 10. I just wrote down that one.
let's see if we can think of other stuff. I mean,
Well, they said
I don't
like
know.
golf at US Bank Stadium.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be
That
great.
was
Upper
pretty
deck
good.
golf,
We
yeah.
did that.
We went to no, I wasn't fall camp. We went to the Beyonce concert. That was pretty dope.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Hell yeah.
That was pretty dope. We had the whole team going there.
college club.
I didn't know, wasn't
Blarney's.
Blarney's.
wasn't that place called like the library before?
Yeah.
Before I even went there.
Yeah,
I
so
never.
like,
even,
my kicking coach, he's like, "Hey, have you been to the library?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been to Kaufman." Like, what are you talking about?
yeah.
He's like, "Oh, the library." I'm like, "What's the library?" He's like, "Oh, it's not there anymore." I'm like, "No, what is it?" He's like, "Oh, it used to be a bar."
That hasn't been there since like 2012 or 2013.
Damn.
So I don't know what like. Yeah, I guess it was the best bar in the world. I'm like, well, we didn't get the experience, so why? I don't care.
Is
Like,
it where KK is now?
it is.
Okay.
And then it turned into the poorhouse stinky town. That didn't last, and then now it's the KK.
Speaking of the poorhouse,
Yeah.
there's one downtown, right?
Yeah, Minneapolis.
We went and watched micro wrestling there.
Really?
It was the greatest thing ever.
Oh, wow.
I got on Barstool and like Shannon Sharp's burner.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was hilarious.
So micro wrestling, that's midget wrestling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
It was so
Yeah, little
funny.
people.
It was hilarious,
Yeah.
dude.
What? How did you get on their?
Because like he was like, it was something like, have you seen that video of the guy at the UFC fight where he's like, grab his dick?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
You did that at the micro wrestling event.
Yeah.
Someone has to do that
It
though.
was
That's
so
great.
funny. It was
Damn,
so
when was
The
that?
old dick twist.
Oh,
that
man.
sounds
That
like
was-
fucking electric.
Spring ball last year.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
Got to keep on the lookout for the
gonna
events
say,
page.
I've
I'm
been
going to
to
have to
the-
attend the next one.
We went after. I think it was a spring practice.
Nice. That's a great team outing.
Yeah, it was dope. It was like
Oh,
there was
man.
probably like 10 of us there. It was so fun.
Well, that's sweet. I've been to the poor. Some of us have been to the poorhouse, but not for an event like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that sounds. They have to be doing that again.
Yeah, they have.
It's got to be like a
come back.
tour come through there. That's
They,
insane.
Yeah.
they have like two groups. They have one that goes down like the West Coast,
Yeah.
and they got one that like goes down over here,
Oh,
like
man.
the West, and like it's pretty dope.
That had to get rowdy though. Everybody had to be getting into
It's
it.
so funny.
We went to Monday Night Raw this year. That was
Ooh.
fucking awesome.
I used to be a big WWE guy. I'm not
Yeah.
now. But Cody Rhodes, I can get behind.
Yeah. he was there. Yeah,
he
it
was
was
there,
awesome.
and he ended up winning and stayed after like an hour and a half to sign interviews and stuff. He's like
American
the best guy
Nightmare.
ever. Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
I like his
Intro.
song.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
badass.
So sick.
Yeah, that was the biggest spectacle for me. There was the intro. It's like I know a lot of it's obviously fake, but it's still entertaining. But at the intros and the personalities, they're just crazy. It was fun to watch, see that aspect.
Yeah.
'Cause that was the first one, or only one we've been to ever. So
Right.
in person, I should say. But yeah, it was fun.
Well, and then we went to Full Gear. You were there, right? Mm-hmm. The pay-per-view for AEW, and we got to see CM Punk come out.
Yeah.
You were there when CM Punk came out?
Yeah, that was so
I
electric.
got goosebumps
Wow.
when they started do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Look in my eyes.
And like all the lights
so
went off.
sick, dude.
The loudest I've ever heard the Target Center by far. I don't even know if they'd have to win the NBA Finals for it to compare to
Yeah.
how loud it was.
Do you
with
think they
CM
win
Punk.
the NBA Finals?
I hope.
Any cat back.
Yeah, that happened. Again, something always fucking happens every time
Yeah.
with a Minnesota sports team, but not the Gophers though.
Yeah, not the Gophers, not the Milwaukee Bucks either. Knock on wood.
Are you guys? What's the honest vibe in the locker room around like the real
Elite.
elite?
Honestly,
you guys feeling good?
Yes. It's,
Yeah.
Like when you add quarterback like Max Brown.
Yeah.
It's or Brosmer. I should say,
Brosmer.
my fault, yeah.
Bro.
Is he fitting in well
Yeah.
so far?
Unbelievable.
Good.
He's like, he's a great leader.
That's awesome.
He's a winner. He wants to win. So it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I know he was like people kind of give him some criticize him because he was at an FCS school, but he was still the starting quarterback there and put up excellent numbers. He knows how to lead a team, so that can sometimes transition really well even to a Big Ten school. So I'm excited to see what he does.
And you think about like the weapons, like we got like Darius Taylor, you got Daniel Jackson on the outside, you got
Darius Taylor is just a
Elijah
fucking
Spencer.
beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. I'm excited.
Like-
It's a tough schedule, but like
No, like I was, and this is biased because we're home, like we're hometown guys, and we're homers, I should say. But I was like disappointed and kind of angry at the fact that the over/under line for you guys' win total was 4.5.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on,
also
boost
4.5?
that shit. Yeah,
2019 when they won 11 games.
exactly.
Bang.
So, like you shouldn't even be worrying about that at all. I know,
no.
you guys don't care, but
No, not
but
at
from
all.
us fan perspective and the betting perspective, it's like. No, people are like underestimating you guys, and that's when you can go out and prove it. So
Exactly.
that's
what we're
awesome.
looking forward to. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Everybody's excited. So
No,
Do you guys have any away games on the West Coast? I haven't looked at the
Yeah,
schedule
UCLA.
yet. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean at least that's a cool place to travel to.
yeah,
It's like USC comes to us, and then next week we go to UCLA
And UCLA plays at the.
at Pasadena,
Yeah.
Rose Bowl.
that's why I was thinking
that's
about going
pretty
out
sweet.
there.
Yeah,
I
That's
want to
pretty
maybe
fucking
go.
cool.
Maybe we'll have to go out. I know my dad was already talking about that, so
yeah.
I'd like to go out
Yeah,
there.
your dad can pay
yeah,
for the trip.
Yeah, he can. Maybe he can. So no, he won't. He won't let that happen. He'd be like, you're paying. Are you paying?
Yeah.
Your dad
But-
gets flight bennies though.
Yeah, he does. He does. So maybe he'd be like, all right, I'm going to get you on the flight, but you're paying for everything else. So, okay.
Maybe does someone have to become like your domestic partner so you can get free travel benefits? 'Cause maybe you and Zane could lock in something like that. Or,
Yeah, I honestly think you can honestly probably get on like a buddy pass,
Oh,
but you just pay like $70 for a flight. That's probably still
well,
like
that's
300,
that's
like,
yeah.
a steal.
but it's
that would be a
standby.
fun away trip. What?
Yeah.
I should have looked at the schedule. Is that
It's in
like
October time frame, I think.
Be a good time to be out
that
there.
would be a great time.
That would be fun to
We're
get
also
to
at Michigan,
LA.
which is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I need to get to the big house. I've
Yeah.
never been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
be
then
fun.
Iowa comes back here.
Yeah, week 4. So it's an early
Yeah,
game against
September.
Iowa. Yeah.
Shouldn't be
Now gonna be
brutally
like
cold.
2 years ago. We were at the game 2 years ago
Oh.
when it was freezing out.
Negative whatever it was.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
I went out there in no sleeves. I'm like, dude, what am I doing?
Hey, I'm just using my legs though. So
Yeah,
fuck it.
halftime I put on a long sleeve.
How much harder is it to kick when it's that cold?
Oh my goodness, the ball's a rock.
Just doesn't move.
It just doesn't move.
Yeah.
Oh. It's so tight. And then like you hit it and your foot feels like it broke.
Because I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
There's no,
Oh, no.
like when you kick in, there's no bending or what's
No give.
and no impact. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's just
all hard.
foot, ball.
Exactly. Yeah.
The name of the game.
Fucking
Football.
right. Yeah,
there you go.
yeah. While you were struggling to kick the ball, we were just slamming fireball
Oh.
shooters. We snuck in our bibs.
Yeah, we're on. Yeah. Well, dude, that's
That was keeping you warm. That was
Drunkest
keeping
I've
you
been
warm.
at a game was probably that game just to survive.
Yeah.
We ended up being able to sneak down to the first row. I mean,
We're
we
leaving.
sit a ways up for our student or our season tickets.
Where the true fans sit, by the
right?
way.
Yeah. We're in the trenches, but we were able to move down to the first row because everyone left. We're like, hell yeah,
Yeah, that game was the coldest game I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was, and it was obviously frustrating because I think we were pounding the ball down the field. We
my
were,
goodness.
and I think you were probably ready to kick like a game-winning field goal
was-
essentially, and then
I
we
would've-
fumbled and
Yeah.
yeah. But it's we beat Iowa the next year.
We did.
in Iowa City for the first time since 1999.
Yeah,
so
that was an unreal feeling. That was so sick.
that's fucking great.
Did you see the Iowa fan at that game who like vomited all over herself and everywhere else?
No.
That was a pretty good photo that I got to post afterwards as like Iowa fans at that performance. And it's a chick just covered in puke.
That's
I don't think it was that game, but it was like the week before. But I'm like, save.
I'm still fun. Yeah, Iowa
remember
fan, typical Iowa fan.
when they started throwing beers at us. I was like, oh my god, this game's getting out of hand.
Yeah.
This game's getting out of hand. And then after that whole thing happened, I was like, all right, let's just knee this ball out. Or this was because then Wally got the interception.
Yep.
Yep.
And they're like, all right, let's just
Get out of
knee
here.
this out and get out of here before all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
I remember I was driving at the time when they were describing all the beer going on the field, so I was listening on the radio,
Yeah.
and like Justin Guard and Mike Grimm were talking, and I remember like Mike Grimm was like, he was like, Justin, what's going on down there? I mean, if an empty bottle with some substance comes next to you, I would just
yeah.
pick it up and kill it. Like he just pretty much told him to pick up some of the drinks and just start drinking.
Yeah,
the
if there's
beer.
a fallen soldier, slam it.
Yeah, that's
I
what he-
remember what team was that? Texas A&M. I forgot what team it was, but one of the old linemen, they threw a beer and the old lineman just downed.
That's right.
It was in 2022, I think. I remember it was all over Twitter.
The NCAA probably did not look kindly on that.
No, he literally just somebody threw it right next to him. He just picked it up and just
Yeah.
Oh,
forgot
that's
about
hilarious.
So funny.
Yeah,
dude.
it was like Old Miss or one of those
Yeah, it
Southern
was something
schools.
like
And
that.
then Diggs did that this year. Some guy had 2 beers in his hands. He took both of them and did like the Stone Cold bit. And then he ended up like giving the guy $200 after the game or something. But
That's how much 2 beers cost.
I was literally
so,
gonna
yeah.
say that.
yeah, just to make back his money, especially in Highmark Stadium. But do you guys have any other questions?
Yeah, the last one I have is, what do you think of the concept of onside kicking coaches?
I love it because honestly, my onside kicks could use some work.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'm
You're all
in.
for it?
I'm in.
Okay. All right.
This is crazy because we know the guy now.
Yeah.
Because like, you obviously do you know the
Yeah,
bit?
yeah, I see that too.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
no.
It's hilarious.
Michael Hawk.
Yeah.
Call him Mike Hawk, you know.
yeah.
I was going to ask you, like, what do you think of Mike Hawk? Michael Hawk.
Coach
Yeah.
Hawk, respectively.
Coach Hawk.
So funny. It's hilarious. So
Yeah, can you
I'm
put
all
in?
in.
Okay, can you put in a word so
I
you can
will.
get on the sideline?
I will.
With
I'll
PJ?
I'll let Coach Lig, our special teams coordinator, know. That
Yeah.
We got
Okay.
we got a guy who can help us out.
You need him on the sideline, even if an onside kick
He
isn't
can help
run.
us win games.
Yeah,
And that's all I need.
He needed to be there for the. Where did we run an onside kick at Purdue?
Uh,
I think it was
yeah,
at Purdue.
Purdue. Yep.
Yeah. He was doing it remotely, I guess.
Yeah.
He needed to be on the sideline.
he needed to be there.
Yeah.
He had the headset on from Blarney's.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That's his office. I mean, that's where he's like kind of.
It's in that base. It's in that greasy basement where the floor is almost
Yeah,
collapsing.
yeah.
You're just pacing back and forth.
That's
You're
where he
like,
moves
it's
to.
a double wide left.
Yeah.
Let's go about 10
Double-
inches left.
Double wide left. Gonna get 2 more McGoldens, please. Anyway. Oh jeez. You
I'm
see a-
locked in. Yes.
Yeah. I was
yeah.
locked in, but no, that's a great bit. We love it.
I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Dragan, thanks so much, man, for coming in. I mean, this has been a blast. I know we've been trying to make it work, but you've been a busy guy getting ready for this year. And I'll say this: if you make any more game winners like that, we're gonna start calling you the Serbian savior.
Yeah. Hey, I'm in. Let's do it. Thanks for having me. This was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.